Hey everyone! Welcome back to Chic Charts. Today, I'm bringing you something massive. Over 200 outfit ideas to keep you looking absolutely stunning for the rest of 2025. Fashion is constantly evolving, but great style? That's timeless. And that's exactly what today's lookbook is all about. Finding that perfect balance between trendy and timeless that makes you feel confident, beautiful, and uniquely you. Whether you're heading to the office, meeting friends for brunch, going on a date night, or just running errands around town, this lookbook has something for every occasion, every mood, and every season ahead. I've curated these looks to inspire you, to help you reimagine your wardrobe, experiment with new combinations, and fall in love with fashion all over again. Because let's be honest, we've all stood in front of our closets feeling like we have nothing to wear, even when surrounded by perfectly good clothes. So, consider this your ultimate outfit inspiration guide for 2025. No more fashion ruts. No more style blocks. Just endless possibilities to express yourself through what you wear. Before we dive in, remember that fashion rules are meant to be broken. These outfits aren't prescriptive. They're meant to spark your creativity and help you develop your personal style language. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and most importantly, make it your own. Let's get started with this fashion journey through over 200 looks that will keep you feeling chic, confident, and absolutely stylish for the rest of the year. As you're watching these incredible looks, I want you to notice how the right outfit can completely transform not just how you look, but how you feel. Fashion is one of our most powerful forms of self-expression. It tells the world who we are before we even speak. Great style isn't about following every trend or wearing designer labels. It's about understanding what works for your body type, your lifestyle, and your personality. It's about creating harmony between comfort and aesthetics. One of the secrets to building a versatile wardrobe is investing in quality basics that can be styled multiple ways. Notice how many of these outfits incorporate foundational pieces that get reimagined through different pairings and accessories. This approach not only maximizes your wardrobe's potential, but also promotes sustainable fashion habits. The beauty of fashion in 2025 is that personal style has never been more celebrated. We're seeing a beautiful convergence of decades and influences, from 90s minimalism to Y2K exuberance, from vintage-inspired looks to futuristic aesthetics. There's room for everyone's unique vision in this wonderfully diverse fashion landscape. Fashion has always been cyclical, but what makes this moment so exciting is how we're remixing elements from different eras to create something entirely fresh. It's not about direct reproduction of past styles, but rather an innovative dialogue between then and now. Color is such a powerful tool in your style arsenal. It can elevate your mood, complement your complexion, and make a statement. As you're watching, pay attention to how color combinations create different energy in each look. The psychology of color in fashion is fascinating. How certain hues can convey confidence, approachability, creativity, or power. Many fashion experts talk about finding your perfect color palette based on your undertones, but I believe color confidence comes from experimentation and discovering what makes you feel most alive. Sometimes the colors that bring us the most joy aren't the ones traditionally recommended for our complexion, and that personal joy should always take precedence. I'm a firm believer that confidence is the most important accessory you can wear. When you feel comfortable and authentic in what you're wearing, it shows. That radiance can't be bought. It comes from within when your outer expression aligns with your inner self. You'll notice throughout this lookbook how the right outfit seems to enhance the natural presence of the person wearing it. One thing I love about fashion today is how the boundaries between occasion wear continue to blur. Work clothes can transition to evening with the right accessories. Casual pieces can be elevated with thoughtful styling. This kind of versatility is not just stylish, it's practical for our busy lives and represents a more modern, fluid approach to dressing. The most revolutionary aspect of contemporary fashion might be this breaking down of rigid dress codes. We're moving toward a more intuitive approach that honors personal expression above arbitrary rules. This shift has opened up incredible creative possibilities for everyone's personal style journey. Layering is one of the most creative aspects of styling. It adds dimension, interest, and adaptability to your looks. Perfect for those transitional seasons when the weather is unpredictable. Notice how layering can completely transform the same base items into entirely different outfits, giving you essentially a new wardrobe without buying anything new. The art of layering is like composing visual music. Each piece contributes to the harmony of the whole. The interplay between lengths, textures, and proportions creates a sophisticated complexity that elevates even the simplest components. It's one of the most creative ways to express your unique fashion perspective. Great style is often about proportion and balance. It's about creating harmony between different elements, loose with fitted, structured with flowing, bold with subtle. This visual rhythm is what makes an outfit feel intentional rather than random. It's the difference between wearing clothes and styling an outfit. As we move through the seasons, notice how certain pieces can be adapted year-round. That's the sustainable approach to fashion, investing in versatile items that work across multiple seasons with different styling. This thoughtful curation is the foundation of a truly efficient wardrobe that serves you beautifully throughout the year. The power of accessories cannot be overstated. They're the punctuation marks in the language of fashion. They can change the entire tone and meaning of an outfit. A statement necklace, a structured bag, the right shoes. These details often make the most impact while requiring minimal investment compared to building an entirely new wardrobe. What's fascinating about accessories is how they can completely transform your look without changing your core pieces. The same simple dress can tell dozens of different stories depending on how you accessorize it. This is where your personal creativity can truly shine, where you can express mood, personality, and intention through thoughtful details. Texture mixing is another hallmark of sophisticated style. Combining different materials creates visual interest and depth that elevates even the simplest outfit combinations. It's like creating a sensory experience through clothing, a visual harmony that engages not just the eyes, but suggests how the outfit might feel to touch. This dimension of fashion is often overlooked, but creates such richness in a look. When you're exploring texture combinations, think beyond just how they look together. Consider the contrast between smooth and rough, structured and flowing, matte and glossy. These juxtapositions create visual tension that makes an outfit memorably interesting. You'll notice throughout this lookbook how the most compelling outfits often incorporate this principle. Silhouettes tell such interesting stories. The shapes we choose communicate different messages, from powerful and commanding to soft and approachable. Experimenting with different silhouettes is one of the most transformative aspects of fashion exploration. There's something so empowering about understanding how silhouettes work with your body. Rather than trying to conform to whatever shape is trending, discover the silhouettes that make you feel most confident and build your wardrobe around those foundations. You'll notice throughout these looks how certain shapes recur, creating a coherent style language even across diverse outfits. I'm passionate about versatility in wardrobes. I believe the most sustainable approach to fashion is loving and wearing what you already own in creative new ways. That's why I want you to see these outfits not as shopping lists, but as inspiration for remixing what's already in your closet. The most stylish people aren't necessarily those with the most clothes. They're the ones who understand how to maximize what they have. Developing a more intuitive relationship with your wardrobe takes time, but it's so rewarding. Start seeing your clothes as building blocks rather than complete outfits. Challenge yourself to wear pieces in unexpected ways. A dress as a skirt, a scarf as a top, a jacket as a layering piece over a dress. This playful approach keeps your style fresh without constant consumption. Fashion has the remarkable ability to connect us with different times and cultures. We can pay homage to the past while creating something thoroughly modern. This conversation between eras creates such richness in personal style. When you incorporate vintage elements or cultural influences, you're participating in a beautiful continuum of human creative expression. What I find most interesting about contemporary fashion is how global influences have created such a rich tapestry of possibilities. Elements from various cultural traditions have been embraced and celebrated, creating a wonderful fusion of styles, techniques, and aesthetics that transcends geographical boundaries. There's something magical about finding your unique fashion identity, that signature approach to dressing that feels unmistakably you. It might be a color palette you gravitate toward, silhouettes that make you feel powerful, or styling details that have become your trademark. This signature style becomes a visual shorthand for who you are, immediately recognizable but always evolving. The journey to discover your signature style is often about trial and error, about paying attention to when you feel most confident and authentic in what you're wearing. It's less about following rules and more about developing an intuitive understanding of what resonates with your personal aesthetic. Style evolution is part of personal growth. As we change and evolve as people, our fashion choices often reflect that journey. Embracing this evolution keeps your relationship with fashion fresh and authentic. Looking back at how your style has transformed over the years can be such a beautiful reflection of your personal development. What's particularly interesting is how certain elements remain consistent even as our style evolves. These through lines reveal core aspects of our aesthetic sensibilities, preferences that transcend trends and life phases. Identifying these constants can help you make more intuitive choices as you continue to develop your personal style. What I hope you take away from these looks is the endless possibility for self-expression. Fashion at its best is playful, experimental, and deeply personal. When you approach style with this open mindset, getting dressed becomes less about following rules and more about authentic self-expression. The fashion industry might promote certain trends each season, but true personal style transcends these temporary shifts. It's about developing a relationship with clothing that reflects your unique perspective, lifestyle, and sense of beauty. This lookbook aims to inspire this kind of thoughtful approach rather than dictating what you should wear. Notice how certain unexpected combinations create the most interesting outfits. That element of surprise, an unusual color pairing, contrasting textures, or mixed prints often results in the most memorable looks. These creative juxtapositions demonstrate the artistry of personal style at its best. The most stylish people often share this willingness to experiment with unexpected combinations. They understand that fashion functions as a visual language, and like any language, it becomes most interesting when you play with its conventions and create new expressions that feel fresh and personal. I believe getting dressed should be a joyful experience, a daily opportunity for creativity. Even on busy mornings, putting together an outfit that makes you feel good is a form of self-care that influences how you move through your day. The psychological impact of feeling confident in what you're wearing cannot be overstated. It affects your posture, your interactions, and your overall sense of well-being. Consider creating a capsule collection within your larger wardrobe, pieces that reliably make you feel your best. Having these go-to items can simplify decision-making on hectic days while ensuring you still feel put together and confident. Think of it as your personal uniform that you can always count on. The beauty of having a collection of reliable outfit formulas is that it simplifies decision-making while still allowing for personal expression. Once you identify what silhouettes and combinations work for you, getting dressed becomes both easier and more creative. You develop an intuitive understanding of what pieces work well together, allowing for efficient styling that still feels thoughtful. These personal style formulas act like templates that you can endlessly customize. The core structure remains consistent, perhaps a specific proportion or silhouette, while the individual components can vary. This approach balances the comfort of familiarity with the excitement of novelty. As we cycle through these looks, remember that true style transcends trends. It's about developing an understanding of what works for you and refining that over time. The most stylish people often have a consistent thread running through their fashion choices, a signature approach that evolves but remains recognizable. This consistency doesn't mean repetition. It's about creating a cohesive personal aesthetic. When you develop this kind of signature style, shopping becomes more intentional. You can more easily identify pieces that will integrate seamlessly into your wardrobe and serve you well for years to come. This discernment leads to more sustainable consumption patterns and a closer connection with what you own. One of the most sustainable approaches to fashion is learning to see your existing pieces with fresh eyes. Challenge yourself to create new combinations from what you already own before adding something new to your collection. This practice not only reduces consumption, but also develops your styling creativity in ways that simply buying new things never will. The concept of shopping your closet isn't just economically and environmentally beneficial, it's also a powerful creative exercise. Try organizing your clothes in different ways, by color rather than category, for instance, to inspire new combinations you might not have considered before. The relationship between fashion and identity is so fascinating. How we dress can reflect who we are, but it can also help us become who we want to be. There's transformative power in clothing that shouldn't be underestimated. The right outfit can serve as both armor and celebration, protection when we feel vulnerable, and expression when we feel confident. In psychological terms, this phenomenon is sometimes called enclothed cognition, the influence that clothes have on the wearer's psychological processes. When we dress in a way that aligns with how we want to feel or who we aspire to be, it can actually help manifest those qualities in our behavior and mindset. As we near the end of this lookbook journey, I hope you're feeling inspired to play and experiment with your own wardrobe. Remember that the best outfits often come from moments of creative risk-taking, those days when you try something new and discover a whole new facet of your style. These small acts of courage in getting dressed can translate to greater confidence in other areas of your life. And there you have it, over 200 outfit ideas to inspire your style journey throughout the rest of 2025. I hope this lookbook has sparked your creativity and given you fresh perspective on fashion possibilities. Remember, the outfits you've seen aren't about following rules or trends. They're about discovering what makes you feel most authentically you. Because when your outer expression aligns with your inner self, that's when true style happens. If you found inspiration in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fashion content. And I'd love to hear in the comments which looks were your favorites or what styling tips you're excited to try. Your wardrobe is a canvas for self-expression, and every day is an opportunity to create something beautiful. So have fun with it. Experiment, play, and discover new aspects of your personal style. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay stylish, stay confident, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. See you in the next video.